My name is Brenna Diltz, and I am the Quality Assurance Supervisor at Centra Wellness Network. In light of the current pandemic and in efforts to keep our staff and our community partners safe, we have opted to complete our stakeholders' needs assessment virtually. Rather than a simple survey, we thought we would try to bring it all to life with this video. Before I go any further, thank you for your time. We understand that resources are limited and you are being pulled in a million directions. We're grateful for and value the contributions that you make here today. If you've participated in this stakeholders need meeting in the past, this next part might sound familiar. If not, this is why we're here. The purpose of the process, that is what we're trying to do and what are the goals, is according to the Michigan Mental Health Code and the administrative rules implementing it. These rules require Centra Wellness Network as a community mental health service provider to complete an annually written assessment of community needs. Over the years, this assessment has taken many forms. In an effort to make the process more effective, the Department of Health and Human Services, that is MDHHS, has developed some guidelines for completing the needs assessment. Central Wellness Network values our community members and our stakeholders' opinions, and therefore, we take this one step further by usually completing an in-person needs assessment meeting every couple years. It's our hope that moving forward, we will be able to continue that again in the future. Several factors influence the recommended guidelines by MDHHS. They acknowledge that the greatest value in conducting the needs assessment is its application to the local planning process. This requires the participation of key community partners and stakeholders. The process should be aimed at identifying emerging and changing needs that are consistent with the goals of the public mental health system. As Michigan experiences economic challenges and available resources shrink, the needs assessment must not be an exercise that creates unrealistic expectations within the community. The needs assessment process must take into account significant system changes related to the integration of primary health care and behavioral health care. Regardless of this being virtual, we're hoping to zoom in on the needs of our community in relation to how these things might impact the mental health of our community members. Before you dive into the survey to provide that insight to what our community needs, please take a listen to this message from Aaron King regarding progress towards the goals that were created based on the needs that were identified in our 2018 stakeholders meeting. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Aaron King, Clinical Director at Centra Wellness Network. I'm here to provide you with updates on the stakeholder priority issues and actions taken. Choosing a couple of our priority issues from our last stakeholder input meeting, I chose priority issue number 1, which was identified as activities for the intellectual developmental disability population. Our aim was to enhance connections with community resources such as the Armory of Manistee, Council on Aging, Community Table, and Special Olympics. I'm happy to share that we continue to participate and advocate with local community resources during regularly scheduled collaborative meetings. We're currently working to develop a co-located community activity center that would be available to older adults, individuals living with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and the recovery community. This site will provide a localized place for any community member to participate in activities like micro-business work, cooking classes, community meal preparation, recreational learning opportunities, as well as a daily community meal that people can eat together. So we're excited about that. The second priority issue I'd like to update you on is substance use disorder treatment and awareness, specifically our objective to continue to offer prevention and education of risks of use to the community through our Substance Education and Awareness program and our Benzie Area Youth Initiatives program. We continue to have a prevention staff member in all elementary schools in our 2 counties. Some highlights over the past year include reconvening our youth involvement. This is an 8-member panel who decided on a talk #TalkToMe campaign. This is a partner to our Talk Sooner campaign that's been going on for years. Our C coordinator and Bay coordinator, Sarah Garthy, presented to approximately 40 high school youth, teaching them peer refusal skills, what to do when you're offered something and how to refuse that effectively. C co-sponsored the Tall Cop presentation for the community October of 2019. 5 of our youth reps from the Youth Involvement Work Group presented to the Youth Advisory Council on vaping. In April and May, we released a series of 7 prevention articles to the local paper on parenting issues and how to connect through COVID. Additionally, we're working with the health department to distribute medication lockboxes after they recently received funding through the Manistee Community Foundation. I hope those updates fill you in a little bit on all of the things we've been working on in response to the stakeholder needs that were shared with us at our last meeting. I look forward to when we can all be together. Thank you for participating in this year's survey.
As you move forward with this survey, please keep these questions in mind. What results would you like to see? What are some barriers? What are some of the existing resources that Central Wellness Network could partner with or collaborate with in order to address these needs? Thank you again for your participation in this process, as your contribution regarding the needs of our community is truly invaluable. Thank you.